put some pressure and stressful. It is very stressful to her. But you are with your parents, so that's the best thing that you can do, I guess. So my mother's I couldn't like alleviate her stress, mental stress, on me, yeah, for a host of reasons.
Why? You are a grown up. You can take care of
Yeah,
yourself.
yes, that's right. But like parents are like they have the parental worries for us. Like when we are a kid, when we were a kid, then the thing that they would concern the most is that whether we're safe or not in terms of physical condition, and also about the emotional status. But then when we grown up, then we have to bear so many responsibility in our life. We have to deal with so many social difficulties, and because of that, they're worrying that whether we can do it or not. And when you marry, when you have a kid, then they also worry about that. They just worry just okay whether or not that uh your marriage state are happy or not. But I guess that there's two sides of the problem. That is the perennial worry of every parents. But then on the other hand, maybe she doesn't trust me, maybe because I'm not trustworthy, to show
No,
her
I don't
that okay,
think
I
so.
can deal with the problem. Actually, like
You
a
are
couple of
very
years
reliable.
oh no. I Yeah, a couple years ago, and still at the moment, I'm still on the there's so many times I am in a turmoil in which uh I have to struggle a lot, especially in the turbulent time. Then I don't know what to do, and I just make so many bad decisions. I think that those are the constituents of the bad impression of my mother having on me. So, but I need to fix it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. You're young, so I think that making a terrible decision is not a big deal. Yeah,
But we still have to
yeah,
pay for it.
yeah. I know, but you're still young. You have time to fix it.
How can you say that? Oh, you know what? When we work with the kids, we don't think that we are young anymore. When we work with the adults, then we think, okay? Like when we work with the young people, maybe we think we are young. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So let's go with this then. The last time we didn't do part 2 because we were running out of time. But do you want to do part 2 today?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So as usual, we will have 1 minute for preparation before we
Okay.
start. Okay. Hi, hello.
Yeah.
Just come back, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Okay.
I got disconnected.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I got it. All right, so 1 minute for us. Let's go.
Mhm.
Okay, I get this time is up. And okay, do you want to go first?
Okay, so let me go first.
Mm.
All right. So a few years ago, I got my first job as an R&D engineer at LG Display Company, which is one of the top manufacturers in the world. So I was quite proud of myself. However, after a year working there, I realized that I didn't save a lot of money. Actually, I squandered my money a lot to the point where I didn't realize what I put my money in. So I thought that I need to make a change. Then I went on the internet and I found a book that is called Rich Dad and Poor Dad that taught me about financial intelligence and proficiency. And that is when I gained some financial knowledge. So the book introduced some potential markets that I can put my money in, like ETF, mutual fund, or real estate. But these investment opportunities can be a little bit risky and volatile. So I better be knowledgeable and savvy if I don't want to waste money. And another way of raising my money is putting it in business. So if I have any ideas in my head that I want to pursue that can solve a problem in life, then I can build a business and I put my money in it. And overall, the money will appreciate in value. So I think that the book is really helpful. It helps me to realize that instead of wasting my money on luxury things like upgrading my smartphone, buying the latest model of iPhone, or eating out in luxury restaurant, I could have put my money in building my asset, and then I will gain a lot of profit in the future. So I think that this is really useful, and because in the future I expect that I can start my own business with one of my best friend. We have an intention to open our own English institution. So I think that this book, helps me to gain a lot of knowledge related to finance, about cash flow, about how I can spend my money wisely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Congratulations for finishing 2 minutes preparation speech. All right. So I like your answer. Let's go to the part 3 question. Is it easier for young people to change?
I think it's very easy for young people to change because, as I told you earlier, young people do not have any responsibilities and any burdens in their lives. Let's say if you just graduate and you just finished high school, you don't have a family to support, you don't have a kid to feed, then what do you risk? So I think that there is a growing trend of young people nowadays, especially the Gen Z, people who were born in 1999, I believe, or 2000. Instead of like going for a corporate job or having a 9-to-5 job, they prefer studying their own business. They put their money in it, and then they gather people who are like-minded, and they work to pursue their dream. So I think that this is really beneficial because they don't depend on any company, and this habit can help them to become financially independent in the future if their business is successful, if they are making profit. And so yes, so I think that it is really easy for young people to change.
Okay. Thank you very much. So that's it for part 3. So basically I like your answer when in terms of the vocabulary that you used. I also like the words that you mentioned, squander money on the thing that you need or you don't need. I really like the word squander. What else? I like the way that you talk about the Generation Z, Gen Z, and then you gave the definition of it. overall the fluency is great. You can keep the flow, and you can also like think of the ideas great in a great way. The thing that I'm a little bit concerned about the answer, that in part two, the question is about a positive change that you make in your life. Throughout the answer, I know that you mentioned about the financial knowledge, and also that you kind of from a book that is really something that it change in your mind. However, to
No.
me, like
Yeah, I
yeah,
told you that I stopped wasting my money on buying luxury things.
all right. So I think like if that's the case, then because that is the main purpose of the question. I mean, like is the protagonist. I guess that's the right word, or the main character of the topic, right? And because of that, like the main character shouldn't be blurred away by the support character. And in this case, I think that is a little bit better if you can like distinguish the difference, like in a very clear way, that what is the difference between before the time that you didn't know this knowledge and before you read this informative book. That is my concern in part 15. I would like your answer more if you can provide me that information. In part 3, yeah, you mentioned about young people. It is easier for young people. I like your answer, and I totally agree with that. I would like to answer more if you have like a comparison between groups of people. If we just mention in one group, then we think that it's easier to me, that it's not enough comprehensible. Maybe like maybe like you want to put it in right on the one hand, young people, and on the other hand, maybe like adult people, especially senior ones, whether or not they can make a change. Then I think like your answer would be more comprehensive.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Thank you.
I would like your answer more in that way.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right. So
yeah. Thank you very much for your feedback. Yeah, I think that is great. It's true.
Yeah. All right. So it's my pleasure if I know that it's helpful. All right. So now we come back to mine. Okay. So I'll do my best. Please ask me the question again.
Okay. So describe a positive change that you made in your life.
Okay, so I have made so many shifts in my life, and some of them have brought out kind of remarkable milestone in my life. But today I want to talk about the time that the change that I made a couple years ago. So back in the time when the outbreak of COVID-19 just began, at that time I was struggling to find the job that was suitable to me at that time. So I was struggling a lot, to the point that there was some days that I couldn't sleep because I was so upset about myself. Then I met my mother back to the time that I came back my home, and then she just suggested me why I was kind of good at English at that time, so why I didn't give teaching English a trial. Okay, I put her suggestion into my consideration, and then the other day I searched on the internet, and I found some great options, and then I applied for it. Long story short, I must gone through so many difficulties in my life at that time, because it was the first time I started my job as a teacher. So I had to run errands. I had to do the preparation for those classes. I had also like learn the physics, like learn like a psychologist, to understand the psychology and the psyche of students. So after all, I guess it was such a profounding and satisfying experience because I could make so many changes in my life that I couldn't even expect it before that time. I guess in the future, if I had any friends who are kind of struggling and kind of they are not quite clear about the future, I would definitely recommend them to give teaching a trial, and maybe that they can fall in love with it.
Okay. 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Ah.
Yeah, but anyway, it's okay. Okay, part 3. Is it easy for old people to change?
Let me see about this. As you can tell that I'm not an old people, so so is this not an easy thing to for me to say, but from my observation, then old people, they have to bear a lot of responsibility financially and like socially, in general, and because of that, it is really hard for them to make some changes. Like suddenly, I know the group of people who are the owners of their companies, and because of that, they most of them they are in their 50s already, and not only they have to bear responsibility with their family, they have to bring the bread on the table. They also have to ensure the financial sustainability of their workers. And because of that, it's really hard for them to make some significant changes in terms of the direction of the company, and or like to like test a new products in their lines of products. So, but I also know a group of people who are very eager to change in their 30s and 40s, because at that time they are not really sure about the work that they whether or not the work that they are pursuing is the passion of their life. So they make so many changes in this time, and they also put their family in the brink, in the risk of collapse. So I guess like those kind of people, they are quite dangerous to stay around. But if they can find a way to figure out their own purpose in life, they definitely gonna become a better person in the later part of their life.
Mhm. Put their family at risk, right?
Yeah,
Or put their family in danger.
yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, yes, lovely. Let's see. I think that your part 2 went well. But there was a part that I was pretty confused when you said that you went on the internet and you searched something and then you applied for it. So I think that it would be clearer if you say you went to the internet and try to find an English career related
Like
position.
center.
Yeah, to find a position related to English teacher or something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I don't know what do you apply for.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But overall, your answer is very good. You you are able to convey a very coherent answer. Yeah, and you maintain your composure and your fluency very well. Yeah, nothing to talk about. But yeah, so there is a part when you talk about the future. I think that you are a little bit like confused, kind of like you run out of ideas or something like that. So yeah, so actually you can end your answer at 2 minutes, but then you spend like 20 seconds to talk about the future, and then it is really hard for you to generate ideas. So I think that you are kind of struggling when you talk about the future.
At that time, I was struggling to describe kind of people who are like unsure about their future, but I mean, ran out of word, at that time. So what I want to describe is that there's some people who are not sure about their future. This means that they don't know what to do in the future, or they don't know what to go for it. They just in an uncertain status. If I know if you know what I mean, then I'm trying to find a word, but it's really hard. So if you know the word, then please suggest me to use it next time, or you have some idea to describe those kind of people.
Maybe people have no idea what their future would go. Yeah, so probably. Yeah, I think that there are so many ways to talk about it. Like,
I really struggle to talk about it. I am trying to find a noun or an adjective.
Those who don't have a clue. Those who don't have a clue about the future. Yeah.
I want to say the word voted. Like the word voted. That's right.
Like uncertain, ambiguous, nebulous.
Yeah. I think like the word before after the word ambiguous, what is it?
Nebulous.
Nebulous.
Yes, it's pretty like blurry or uncertain, something like that. Yeah.
All right.
But anyway,
I guess that's
you can always find like an easier way to talk, as long as you can maintain your fluency. Don't push yourself really hard to squeeze an impressive word.
Yes,
it's gonna hurt your fluency. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Because at that time I was trying too much, so I ran out of word, and I was struggling with generating the idea. I need to learn from that. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
How about part 3? I guess I'm not sure that if you can recognize or not, but I make a mistake in grammar. I said if they, and whether or not they could fail in love with that. And right after that, I realized, could fall, right? So a little bit mistaken that. So
okay. Don't worry. I think that in my answer, I think that I made a lot of grammatical mistakes. But
recognize one.
But forget it. As long as you can convey your ideas and you can make your idea clear, then it's okay. Yeah. Don't pay too much attention on your grammar and vocabulary. And then if you don't have any ideas, so at the end of the day, I think that you cannot speak anything.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's what we had to struggle with.
Okay.
All right. So
question.
Yes, we moving on to the in the first question you mentioned about it's easier for young people to change because they don't have to bear so many responsibility in their life. So let's talk about that. What prevents people from making changes?
I think that finance could be a factor. Yeah, so a lot of people have to support their parents, for example, if they were born in a poor family. So I think that they couldn't make a lot of changes. Then after graduation, or they even like have to sacrifice their education to go to work when they are young, in order to give financial support to their parents. Because their parents are unable to work, or their parents are ill, or they have to stay in the hospital all the time. So obviously if they are in that case, then they couldn't change. They have no choice. Anything else?
I think like the mentality of some people also need to put in under the consideration. Some people would prefer the sustainability rather than
stability, not sustainability.
Stability? Stability. All right.
Yeah.
All right. What is not sustainability?
Sustainability, it sounds very positive for me. Yeah, but
Yeah.
stability can be both positive and negative. So if you
Okay.
enjoy like a stable life, even if like you have a low salary, then it is stability in a negative way.
Okay. Yeah. But in my perspective, in my defense, I think like some people would prefer sustainability and stability at the same time. And what I mean by that, they want to go in a long way rather than just make some changes and then after they run out of energy, they turn to another one. This is not someone who are prefer the sustainable career. And why I say so? Because some young people, they are willing to give it a try for some new ideas, but they are reluctant to go for it, like kind of to keep it in the long way. They are afraid of going for a long run because they aren't sure about the future, what the future gonna be hold. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is that some people they are a huge fans of like novelty, and they would like try to find a thing that's are new novel to them, and they're gonna give it a try. And comparing to the stable group of people, then this group of people, they do not prefer the stand still for a long time. It is and because of that, then they normally should have some conflicts between those two groups. Someone to move forward, but someone just want to pull back and stand still. Yeah. So that mentality, financial pressure. What else then? Responsibility for the parent, like parental and also family responsibility also should be put in consideration. Also like the social economy, then kind of if you are like during the time of COVID outbreak, this is really hard for you to make some changes because you aren't sure what the future gonna behold, and because of that, then you are reluctant to do anything you think that it's good or not good. So I guess that's some like the situation, the social situation.
Yeah, so I think that during the COVID-19 pandemic, people wouldn't be able to make any changes. Yeah, because we were all under lockdown. So business were closed down. So it was not a good idea to change your job or to start your own business at that time. Yeah, so I think that it can be related to maybe a political situation or your country's situation. Yeah,
All right. Yeah. All right. So that's what can prevent people from changing. Then what do you think? Like what I kind of encourage people to make some changes in their life.
What is the question again?
What? Okay, here. What encourage people to make some changes in their life?
What encourages people to make some changes in their lives?
Yeah.
So for me, what encourages me to move forward is money, finance. Yeah. So yeah, I think that I'm young and I want to do something big. I don't want to follow any stereotyped paths from my parents. They always want me to have like a stable job and a steady income, and then start my own family, and then take care of my my wife and my children. I don't like to follow that path. I wanna like get involved in something that is riskier. Yeah. So I have a very big dream of starting my own business, and if that imaginary business goes well in the future, then I think that I will have like a huge amount of money every month. Like the money will be rolling in my business, and I can make a lot of profit instead of like committing to a stable job, a 9 to 5 job. So yeah, so for me that is money, and I know that for a lot of people, probably the passion would be like a key factor that makes them change in their mind. So a lot of people, like, they are working as a accountants or office workers, but once they find out that they have like a great talent for singing, for example, then they are likely to attend like one of the greatest music contests in Vietnam, like The Voice, the X Factor, and then their talent and their ability are recognized by famous singers, by celebrities, and then they can become like prominent, and their songs could go viral on the internet, and then so that changes their lives a lot. Yeah.
All right. Yes, I like your idea that when you mentioned about the conflicts between you and the dogma or doctrines of the family, right? To me, that is completely true. I know there's a group of people, youngsters, who are like willing to fight against the doctrine and dogmas that the parent put on them. So for example, in your case, then what your parent would prefer is a stable life in which you don't have to struggle that much, and you have a prosperous, or just like the dream, the life of the dream of the other many people. And in this case, I believe that with that kind of dogma, that we are willing to challenge them, because like us, as a younger generation, we think like, okay, the age has changed, and we could not apply the thing that we already knew in the past in our modern life. I used to be in that group of people also, so I know how does it feel. I guess that's the biggest reason, or like the biggest reason that I can think of. What else that prevent? Oh, I think like I in your case, or like you talk about the financial pressure or financial insensitive. I agree with that. I want to dive deeper. Like in case that you are in debt, with a huge amount of debt on your shoulder that you have to pay for it. If you like, you own a lot of money, and then you don't know if you realize that if you keep doing the thing that you are doing, you're gonna pay the debt for your whole life, because like it's not enough, and it will never enough. And because of that, you have to find the other way. In some circumstances, I know, then those kind of people, they will go out in the market, they will find some products that they can sell, and then they become sellers. I the interesting of becoming a seller is that you have to take the responsibility for your own results, and which will result in your final income. And because of that, with those people who are under pressure of finance, then they have to work their ass off to earn the money, and then they can pay the bill and pay for the debt. So that's the second thing that I can think of when it comes to the financial pressure.
Okay, so you have to find another job that provides them a more generous salary.
Yes, that's right. Generous salary. I think that this in this case going to be income, because salaries to me is kind of some money you receive monthly because you did your job. Maybe it should be the kind of to me it's kind of stable income. But when I'm talking about like you want to make a significant and like dramatically significant amount of money, then it's maybe like that's called like unexpected income. I'm not sure, but like because salary is like to me it's like okay, yeah, you work for me, I pay for you.
But
It's
yeah,
quite general.
but what do you mean if we are in debt and then we have a job and then that job doesn't help us to pay our debt? Then what should we do?
We need to find a hustle so that we
A
can
what?
do a hustle, like a side job. Yeah. So many people just hustle around.
That could be a change. Yeah.
Right. Well, so let's moving on to the what else we can think about this one. Do you think anything else that motivate people from moving up or making changes?
It's a really general question. Yeah, we talked about money a lot, so I think that we should talk about like health.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
so
Yes, that's right. Good.
Yeah. So I think that if someone who has a lot of like health problems, like me, I'm so feeble, then I need to change. I need to work out. I need to do a lot more exercise.
Feeble?
Or
can you say it with the word again? Feeble.
Feeble.
Like Fibonacci?
What? Feeble means like weak.
Can you spell the word? Can you spell the word?
I type it down in the chat box.
Feeble. 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 All right. Oh, that's a new word to me. Weak and all. Really? You doesn't look like that person.
Yeah. You see, I'm wearing a lot of clothes. Yeah.
Wearing clothes.
I'm very thin and very skinny. Yeah.
Maybe because I didn't meet you in person, that I couldn't imagine that you are a feeble type person.
No, yes, it's true because you know when the weather changes, like I can easily have some diseases, like I can easily catch a cold or have a sore throat. Yeah, so I think that my immune system is not that great. Yeah. So yeah, I should make a change. I should work out, do more outdoor exercise, stop spending too much time in front of the screen. Yeah.
To get six packs.
Not exactly. I don't need 6 packs. I just need to gain more weight. Yeah. To become meaty a little bit. Yeah. So So I think that some people who love smoking and they are very prone to respiratory diseases like lung cancer or breathing difficulties or something like that. So yeah, they should put off their cigarettes too. Just like my father. Yeah, he smoked a lot, and he doesn't even care about you know his family's suggestions. Yeah, he just keeps smoking. Yeah, I think that people like him should make a change if they don't want to you know have serious diseases in the future and stay on the bed in the hospital for the rest of their lives and let other people take care of them. Yeah, become like a burden in the family. Then they should make a change. Yeah,
become a burden, right? Become a burden of the family. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I totally agree with that opinion. Yeah, so I think the last thing I want to talk about is during the wartime, you have no other choice but you have to make so many changes in terms of location wise and job wise. I mean, like when you change the location, you change everything. You change the environment, change everything. The people, the thing that you do, and the thing that you eat. So yeah, wartime. All right. So
Wartime?
yeah, wartime.
What do you mean? Like,
WAR, war.
so why do we change our job during our wartime?
Because we change the location, then in a new location, maybe like the job that you used to do don't exist and it doesn't exist anymore. For example, some I don't know, I don't tell everything, but like for example, you are a like on the second thought, when I think about that, if you change the location, then you still have to you are able to do the job. But like some jobs, like it requires the sustainability and the
No.
stability.
No, I got it. I got it. But I don't understand why you mentioned the wartime, because yeah, when you change the job or when you change your location, it happens all the time. But why? Why shouldn't you bring the point of the wartime?
Because we are talking about what encourage people to change. Right. So
Yes.
the question is what encourage people to change? And in the wartime, if they don't change the location, they have to endure with all the turmoil and turbulent time. Right. So maybe they change to a safer time, safer place.
Okay, got it. Yeah, but I think that, you know, if you are in the middle of a war and you are in like a battlefield, like the war between Ukraine and Russia, if you are in the battlefield, and you have to move away, you cannot stay in that city where the war is happening.
That's the change that you have to make.
You make? Really?
The change, you have to change the location. That I think that
Oh
that could
God.
be considered as a change.
I think that it's a must. Yeah, if you want to survive or if you want to like continue your life, then
some
you
people
better
just
move
don't.
to another place.
Some people just don't. Yeah, you read on the newspaper. Some people, some families, they said that okay, this is the place that I have grown up for my whole life. I bought this house, and I want to stick with it. And those people, they stayed in the battlefield, regardless of the warnings of two parties. So those people does exist.
Yeah, I know, but okay, so it's a big idea for me. Yeah, because normally when you're in the middle of a war, like it's like your survival instinct to move away. Yeah, it's not exactly like a choice. Yeah, I think so.
And some like the patriots of the nation, or just they are
patriotism.
Yeah.
For example, if China invades Vietnam and then they attacks Hanoi, then I will go to Ho Chi Minh City and live in your house immediately.
But there's group of people just do the opposite, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I do it because of my my surviving instincts.
Yeah,
not my choice. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. I know. Like they just something that we do undoubtedly. We do like it's a no-brainer to many people, a majority of people. So so I think like we all mentioned some aspects of this question. Now we're moving on to the third question then. The third question is, I think it's also it should be the last question. Because like in the afternoon, I have to prepare for the class. And I know that you have to prepare for your meal also. So let's go for it. How can people change their daily routine if they want to? In this situation, I believe that from my point of view, people can only change their habit by changing the cue. And what I mean by mentioning the cue is some suggestion that you can receive by looking things around. For example, you are a smoker, then when you see a pack of cigarettes, that is a cue for you to do some smoking. So to me, if they want to change the daily routine, the first and the biggest thing they have to change is their environment surrounding them. And in this case, maybe they change the orders of the room, or they just have to dispose of some negative things. So I know there's some group of people who are unwilling to make a change because it requires them to change the environment, or they did give some trial in terms of giving up smoking, but then they just saw the pack of cigarettes or the other people doing smoking in front of them. That will trigger their eagerness to smoke again.
Okay, so from my perspective, if you wanna change your daily routine, then you better develop a passion for it. And you should be able to acknowledge what you are doing is harmful, and what are you going to do will have such a great impact on your life later on. For example, if you realize that waking up early can allow you to have some time to do some work. For example, when I want to become like an English teacher in the future, and I'm just too busy with my job, but if I can get up early, it would give me like 1 hour or 2 hours to practice my English skills, to learn more new word, and then gradually I could gain some improvements, and then in the future I could potentially become an English teacher, thanks to the new habit. So so I think that the motivation is really good, and the acknowledgement of the new routine would have such a beneficial impact on your life later on. So that would inspire you to change your daily routine.
I know a concept of changing yourself. It goes like this. By changing yourself, you have to change. The first thing that you have to change is to change your self-image. What does it mean by talking about self-image? It means the image that you think about yourself. If you are thinking that you are a smoker, so smoking to you is something very normal. But then if you think that you are a non-smoker, then doing smoking, especially in front of the other people, is something that you would never think of. And because of that, then you would never do it. So that is also the perspective that I'm thinking of right now, like changing the perspective of you about yourself.
You always bring a good point. So have you ever done any research on psychology or emotions?
Me doing some kind of research?
Like on the internet, or have you ever learned any psychology?
I'm just a normal person, so ordinary person. Nothing special.
Because your answer is always very, very scientifically like psychological.
Oh wow, that's a big word. I just get to know some information. I guess that's all. I couldn't apply all the things that I knew into my real life, so still not a good learner, No, I should say not an efficient learner.
So do I.
All right, so what else that we can talk about this? I guess so. I guess that's it. I guess number 3 is quite narrow. It's all about what can we do. So I think like that's all about things we can talk about. I love today's session as usual. How about you?
I pretty enjoy it.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so yeah, so let's meet up in the next time coming up. Do you have any intention to take the IELTS exam soon?
Probably in the next 10 days or 2 weeks. Yeah, I hope so, because the BC centers in Hanoi, some BC centers in Hanoi that is close to my house are still closing down. Yeah, so yeah, they don't hold any speaking tests. So if I want to like take these speaking tests, I got to go really far away from my house, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just patiently waiting for them.
How about listening and reading and writing? Did you finish the test?
No. For listening, reading, and writing, I can go to like a center that is close to my house. But they don't hold a speaking test. I don't know why. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
so,
that doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, so I read on their website that the reading, listening, and writing is in a location, and then the speaking test will take place in another location. I just
that's the
don't
same
get
in
it.
Ho Chi Minh City. That's the same thing in the Ho Chi Minh City. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So just wait for them.
Yeah. So hope for the best. I'm still not sure about the time we're gonna take the IELTS exam, because like I have to tell you that this is not an easy thing to do me. Say about that. Yeah.
No, I think that you are doing great. Yeah.
I'm not. Is the other three skills I didn't have any chance to practice. Because like I couldn't kind of arrange the priority of my time for learning it. So I guess if I go to the test, the only thing that I can say that I go with myself, like I genuinely do what I already knew, rather than I have some tactics and skills prepared in advance. So because of that, I'm not really confident to take the test, and also like it is time consuming, because I'm living in a remote area, which is Binh Phu province, the southern part of Vietnam. It's gonna be like 150 kilometers from my living place to Ho Chi Minh City, back and forward 300 kilometers. So maybe like 4 or 5 hours, no, like a whole day is gonna take me to take a test and come back to my living place. Yeah.
So the nearest
location,
testing location is 150 kilometers away from your house.
Ho Chi Minh City. That's right.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's a hassle. So if you intend to take the test, like I think that you should spend 3 days to a week, to go to Ho Chi Minh City and then settle there for a few days. Make sure that you feel comfortable.
The last time I took the test, I couldn't sleep until 2 p.m. No, 8
Me too.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I was too nervous. I couldn't even sleep all night. And then the next day, my mind felt burned out.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
just
my God.
Like that. Yeah, horrible.
All right. So I think that we better be more emotionally mature. To cope with the stress.
Yes, you're right. That's not easy at all, but we have to do so.
Yeah.
Right. So I take care, bro. And
okay.
See you
take
next
care,
time.
Bro. Yes. Yeah. See you next time.
See ya. Yeah.